So we got tractors, a motorbike, and some ice cream. That can only mean one thing: we got some mods. So first up, we've got Icecream Factory. This is by Tefty Saturn, 5.44 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it in a construction menu and under production chains. Now, it's going to cost you 200 grand, and there's something quite funny about this. It says on the website, Domenico and his apprentice make chocolate, chili, and strawberry ice cream in the factory, El Schlecko. Right, no problem. So obviously you're going to be putting some stuff in, you're going to be getting ice cream out, but if you get close enough, you can hear Domenico. Not quite sure what they're saying, mind you, but it is what it is. So we've got pallets here, so we've got some chocolate ice cream just there. We then got some strawberry ice cream just there. Obviously that's your pallet spawn point. You got your loading in points just here, and then round the side is going to be your production chain menu. I think that's ace. You know, he could be telling his apprentice off, I don't know. Maybe. So obviously you got your chocolate, you got your strawberry. You've also got the option of storing water, which is interesting since you can only store 1,000 litres anyway. But all right, I mean, it's saying for the water you need electric charge of 0. I mean, you do have the option of putting electric charge in. It only holds 1 litre. Not quite sure what's going on with that, but all right, fair enough. So for your strawberry ice cream, you're going to need strawberries, water, and honey. And then for your chocolate ice cream, you're going to need chocolate, chili peppers, milk, eggs, and sugar. Quite a lot of stuff that goes into that, but all right, fair enough. I mean, I like ice cream. I mean, I'd probably go with the strawberry ice cream as a preferred favourite out of the two. I mean, to be fair, if you got cookie dough ice cream, I'm there every day of the week, but it is what it is. We can make some ice cream. All right, so we'll leave them pair to argue out between themselves. So next up, we've got water hydrants. This is by Fan79, 0.17 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find them in a construction menu and under containers. Now, we've got 2 versions here. Basically, they're just different colour. I mean, you've got a yellow and you've got a red. Both going to cost you 3 grand. Obviously, you're going to get water. Well, it says cheaper. All right, fair enough. Obviously, pull your vehicle with whatever tank you got in the back right by there. Fill it up. No problem. I mean, to be fair, I do like it that they've got a nice small footprint, so you could fit them up against a building, no problem. Oh, very nice. Right, next up is Manure Bunker. This is by Graniero Gamer, 0.14 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it in a construction menu and under silos. And it's going to cost you 15 grand to buy, and it's got a 2 million litre capacity. But obviously, you are going to need to put it next to some sort of animal pen, whether that's cows or pigs. You know, you pick whichever one. You got your unloading icon just there for you. Obviously, you can scoop it out if you wanted to. That being said, 2 million litres. That's going to be a lot of stuff. Right, next up is Modern Barn with Workshop. This is by ICAS, 8.86 megabyte on the download. And you're going to find it in a construction menu and under tools. So it's going to cost you 60 grand to buy. But that being said, this looks ace. I mean, you've got the doors that open up like that. Obviously, once you're inside, you've got a nice big area. And your workshop trigger just over there. I mean, that racking, that's the dream, that is. That's the dream, to have that in your garage. That's awesome. I mean, I've got 2 other doors that you can open as well. So no problem on that. Plenty of areas to get in. I mean, the door's a little loud, mind you, but all right. I mean, I've got a light switch down this end. There we are. So press B, turn those on. So nice and bright when the dark nights come in. But that's a great shed, barn, workshop, all in one. Oh, very nice. Right, next up is Hobo Farmhouse Pack. This is by Omatana, 5.99 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find them in a construction menu and under farmhouses. So we've got 4 different versions here. We've got the tiny house that's going to cost you £1,000. We then got a tent, going to cost you 50. A park bench, which is also going to cost you 50, and then a doormat, 5 to buy. Just £5, euros or dollars. That's well cheap. I mean, that one right there. That's the one to go for, because you could put that against any building, you know, as long as you can buy the land, and you can just make that your home, your house, your starting point. That's awesome. But these are all great as well. So you've got the little house itself. So you've got your sleep trigger on the front, no problem. But you can open up the door, we'll come in, and it's like a little shed. I mean, you got like a futon. Pull that out. Obviously, have a little bit of a kip on there. You come around, got a bit of fruit on there if you want to get your bit of dinner in a go. Got a nice sink, a cooker. Can we open this door? Yes, we can. Oh, we can go in. Can have a poo. I mean, it's quite tight in here. Yeah, we just, shut the door and do your business. Oh, why not? That's ace. Then you can do a bit of camping as well. So obviously you got your sleep truck out the front there. Can we go in the tent? Does it open? No, it doesn't. But all right, no problem. Do a bit of camping. Put that into your role play. Park bench. If you want to go and have a sleep in a park bench, maybe with a bottle of cider or something like that. Go sleep in a park. Sleep off, then obviously the doormat. Great addition. That being said, I like that little shed. That's awesome. Right, next up is grain storage for a hen house. This is by Mr. Grutcher, 54.4 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it in a construction menu and under chickens. Now, 80 grand is what it's going to cost you, and it's going to hold 50 chickens. Now, I will say, these roller shutter doors, quite loud. Just bear that in mind. Yeah, dear, oh dear, that's about loud. I mean, you do have these side doors that's a little bit more quiet that you can go through. So no problem on that. Although that's got a, I say it's a side door. It's more like a little bit of an outhouse sort of thing. You've got the little hatch marking areas for your light switches, no problem. And we'll come around here, same sort of thing. I mean, you've got a storage area behind that loud door. Fair enough. But I do like that the door goes up and it gets like a little stock. And that's to, go up a little bit further. Fair enough. That's quite good. And we come in here, and inside here is going to be your chickens, once you put some in. And we'll come back out of there. We've got more storage behind this one. Again, same sort of thing. Sort of edges up and gets all out stock, and then push through a little bit more. So you've got those two there, and two bays on the go there, no problem. And then you've got a little side door on this one. We'll open up that. Again, your light switch by the hatch marking area. And we'll come down the back, which is where your chicken inputs and outputs and shenanigans are on the go. So you get your pallet spawn point there, so it's probably going to hold potentially 2 pallets at once, that sort of thing. Loading in point for your food, animal dialogue box just there, and obviously you can open up that door as well. Now, there is one thing on here. You come down this end and you come down that end. You got the option to change the colour of the building. So you come up to it there, it's got, well, was it Lion Segler? Whatever that says in the top left hand corner, press B and you can put the brickwork on, or you can have the rendering on. Doesn't seem to be one for that side of the building, mind you, or the front bit where we've already looked, but alright, fair enough. When we come down to this one, and again you got this bit here, so you can turn it brick, turn it plaster, whichever one you want to. And that being said, I mean, there's plenty of space to be knocking around. That's alright, that is. Next up is North American Shed Pack. This is by BC Bueller and Serious Mods. 10.82 megabyte on the download. And you're going to find them in a construction menu and under sheds. Now, we've got 2 versions. And there are a couple of different versions in between. So, first up is going to be the, I'm going to call it Art Shed. Yeah, that sort of thing. So, we have got a version that's got 1 door on it. We've also got a version that's got a door either end. We then come across to this one, the Pole Shed Beige Trim. Now, we've got a few different versions. Basically, it's the same shed with the trims that's different colour. So, we've got the beige trim, blue trim, grey trim, green trim, red trim, white trim, and that's your options. Now, there is a further option with this particular shed. I mean, you can customise it, and if you've got the unlimited colour mod on, you can make it anything you like, which is ace. Fair enough indeed. So, we've got this one here. We can open up this door like that. There we are. Because I've gone for the one that's got the double door each end, we can open up both ends. So you open up that door like that. Then obviously you come across to the other one. Open them up individually. Then you've got the other end. I mean, that's quite good at it. I mean, it's like a military style bunker. That sort of thing. That's the vibe I'm getting from it anyway. Then we come across to the beige trim one. So you come and open up the door like that. There we are. It's the same thing again. You've got to open up each door individually. And again, on this one, you do have the doors either end anyway. That being said, I mean, the framework underneath, that looks all right. I mean, to be fair, whichever one you go for, it's good looking sheds they are. Right, next up is Lizard Transport Box. This is by Agua Design Austria. 1.42 megabyte on the download. And you're going to find it under miscellaneous. Now, it's going to have a 300 kilo weight. So you could potentially use it as a weight if you wanted to. It's going to cost you £2.5 to buy. You have the option of extensions, yes or no. So put those on there like that, and we'll spin it round the back, and you have the option then. I mean, it comes standard with the old fork holes, we call it that anyway, to lift it with a what they call pallet forks. That's a better word, or forklift truck. You can then change that and have it as a tractor triangle. You can have a 3-point on the back or no attacher at all. And you also have the option of design colour. If you've got the unlimited colour mod on, go for it. Changes the colour of the grating. All right, store some stuff. Well, I say store, carry some stuff around your farm. Maybe like bags or pallets, that sort of thing. I mean, you're not going to be storing loose crap in it, mind you, but you can still make use out of it. Right, next up is the Stara Tornado 600 MD. This is by Farm Centro sold, 2.58 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under fertilizer spreaders. Now, it's got a 650 litre capacity, 18 metre working width, and a 12-mile-an-hour working speed for £3.5 grand. So nice and simple, not a lot going on. I'd say 650 litres, 18 metre. You're probably going to get through it pretty quick-ish. But that being said, I mean, it's £3.5 grand to get started. Maybe like on a start from scratch scenario. Yeah, that'll fit in nicely. Well, next up is the Strautmann Tera-Vitesse CFS 5201DO. Man, that's a long name. This is by FS25, 5.94 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under forage wagons. Now, I'm pretty sure we had one of these the other day, but this is obviously a little bit bigger. 50,000 litre capacity, 240 horsepower requirement for my tractor, and a 10-mile-an-hour working speed, all for a low price of 160 grand. Fair enough. You have the option of wheel brands, so you got your Trelleborg, your Michelin, BKT, Väderstad, and then back to Trelleborg. There is a couple on there. I've got standard 2, got some wides on there, that's all right. And if you want to add a silage additive tank, you can, no problem. Puts it on the front. I'm not quite sure what that does, to be fair. It doesn't seem to do a lot in the game, but all right, you can add it if you wanted to. Right, next up is the Lizard Low Bed Trailer. This is by Wolfex Modding, 3.9 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under low loaders. Now, to be fair, this is a bit of a multi-talented trailer. So, obviously, as standard, you get it there. You know, you could transport, I don't know, like small tractors, you know, maybe like a ride-on lawnmower, that sort of thing, for 17.5 grand, which is not bad. Obviously, you could use it, put bales on, pallets, whatever. But you then have the option of stretcher poles, yes or no. You could turn it into a log trailer. Why not? Front wall, yes or no. So it puts a little bit of protection between you and the logs. You then got a ladder, yes or no. I mean, to be fair, right, it's not that tall anyway. Yeah, you got a 3-rung ladder on the front. All right, no worries. Toolbox, yes or no on the front there. You then got warning signs. So they're going to be around the back, I'd imagine. There we are, on the back like that, no problem. Then you've got your design colour, so we'll go and change that. If you've got the unlimited colour mod on, does the side bits, then your rim colour is obviously going to do your rims. Oh, that's a very versatile trailer. Oh, I like it. Right, next up is the Mammut Silo Compaction Pack. This is by Agrar Design Austria, 10.31 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find them under Silo Compaction. Now, the first one is actually a leveller. The Silo Fox 230 Gigant, 4,500 litre capacity, because you can fill it up, which is all right indeed. You know, get a little bit of extra weight on the go, no problem. Now, obviously, that is going to be filled up. Well, it's saying there all the different products that will go into it. I'd imagine you probably just go with water, probably a lot cheaper. And it's going to require 100 horsepower from your tractor, 3 metre working width, and it's going to cost you $10,825 to buy. You do have the option of deflector plate, yes or no. Sort of keep stuff flicking up from onto your tractor. All right, no problem. Now, we have got an actual compactor itself, the Silo Compact 250H, 600 litre capacity. Now, this one is only saying you can fill it up with water. Not quite sure what's going on with the icons on the other one, but all right, no problem. 600 litre capacity, 2.5 metre working width, 3-mile-an-hour working speed. Obviously, if you're in a bunker doing some compaction, you've not got that much space, so 3 metres should be fine, no problem. 11,880 to buy. You've got the option there of bolt hole 1, bolt hole 2, bolt hole 3, and then back to number 1. Shouldn't really make much difference, but no problem anyway. So if you've got some silage compaction on the go, yeah, get one of these. Right, next up is the Rolmako Front Roller TwinDisc. This is by JMZ, 7.23 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under rollers. Now, this has got an 80 horsepower requirement for your tractor, 3 meter working width, 9 mile an hour working speed, and obviously it's designed to go on the front of your tractor, which is why it's only a 3 meter working width. 4,650 to buy. You have the option of trawl, no, or yes. So it puts that out the front. Actually, that looks all right. I mean, imagine like that on the front, maybe like a different roller on the back. Yeah, you could get some work done. I like the discs on it. They're not sort of round. They're sort of like, was it concertina corrugated? Oh, very nice. Well, next up is the Rolmako ProCut. This is by JMZ, 6.44 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under mulches. Now, this requires 100 horsepower from your tractor, 3 meter working width, 12 mile an hour working speed, all for a touch under £7,000. You do have the option of beam with reflectors, yes or no. So that's basically a light bar, puts that on the back there. Additional weight, yes or no, puts those on the top. So obviously more weight pushes it into the ground a little bit further. All right, no problem. Got some mulching on the go. Yeah, got one of these. And finishing up the trifecta of Rolmako mods today, we got this. The Rolmako Disc Harrow for the front linkage. That's a bit of a mouthful of a name. This is by JMZ, 6.5 megabyte on the download, and as you can imagine, you're going to find it under disc harrows. Now, it requires 105 horsepower from your tractor, 3 meter working width, 9 mile an hour working speed, £6,500 is its price tag. You then got the option of beam with reflectors, so it puts those on like the previous one, and then again, like the previous one, you've got additional weights. Just helps it push it into the ground a little bit better. Although you have 100 kilo, 200 kilo, 300 kilo, 400 kilo, or nothing. So nearly half a ton of extra weight on that. All right, fair enough. I mean, if you got some disc harrowing to do, yeah, get one of these on the go. Right, next up is the Claas ROLLANT 455 UNIWRAP. This is by Giant Software, 13.61 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under balers. Now, it requires 145 horsepower from your tractor, because it's going to do 125 centimeter round bales, and obviously wrap them at the same time, well, once they're made anyway, and it's going to cost you 112.5 grand if you don't have if you don't have the supplies already loaded. Right, okay, fair enough. So you got your Trelleborg, Michelin, BKT, Väderstad, and then Trelleborg again. Now, you can buy it with stuff already loaded in. Obviously, you are going to need to refill it at some point. So you got the UNIWRAP white, black, green, and then nature green. You can also add the round bale net in. So you can have your standard net, the film binding, or empty. Now, you can buy those separately. So you don't have to buy them straight with this one, but I'd imagine most people will. Because why buy something that's empty? All right, fair enough. Well, next up is the Väderstad Rapid A800S. This is by Giant Software, 27.82 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under Cedars. Now, it's got a 3,100 litre capacity, 240 horsepower requirement from your tractor, 8 metre working width, and 11 mile an hour working speed, all for a touch under 160 grand. All right, fair enough. I mean, I'd say particularly sort of medium style farms, that sort of thing, 8 metre. That's all right, that is. Right, next up is the Horsch Transformer 12VF. This is by Giant Software, 12.74 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under weeders. Now, it requires 250 horsepower from your tractor, 12 metre on a weeder. That's all right, 8 mile an hour working speed, 95 grand, 12 metre. 12 metre on a weeder. I mean, I know you have really got to catch the weeds to use a weeder at really, really early on, mind you, but still, doing it 12 metre, you're soon going to smash them out. Well, next up is the Landini Serie 7 Robo-Six. This is by Giant Software, 11.82 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under medium tractors. Now, it starts off with a 190 horsepower engine, 31 mile an hour top speed, and 154 grand price tag. You can then change that up to 210 horsepower, and then 225, and then back to 190. So the top one is going to be 225 horsepower, 11 grand optional extra engine price. Man, that was a mouthful. You then got the option of Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, Mitas, BKT, Väderstad, Nokian, and then back to Trelleborg. I mean, you got your usual shenanigans on the go. I mean, you got your twins all round. I mean, that looks all right. You got your front loader attacher, so you got your quickie, your Harrow, or nothing. Main colour, I mean, to be fair, whilst you can change the colour, I sometimes feel that, you know, some things just look great in a pastel pink. Sometimes, you know, a Landini is that blue. Let's face it. Let's face it. You got your rim colour, obviously. That's going to be your rims. So if we're going to do it, let's do it properly. That being said, that does look good. Right, next up is the Massey Ferguson Series 8S. This is by Giant Software, 33.02 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under medium tractors. Now, it's got a 205 horsepower engine, 31 mile an hour top speed, 192 grand to start with. You can then change the engine output up to 225 horsepower, 245 horsepower, 265 horsepower, 285, wow, 305. I was going to keep going. Oh, there we are, 205. So 305 is your top one. That's 50 grand extra for 100 horsepower. Wow, that's, all right, fair enough. Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, Mitas, BKT, Väderstad, Nokian, and then back to Trelleborg on your tyres. When you got your usual shenanigans on the go, we'll go this way, you got twins all round. All right, fair enough. You then got Anniversary Edition. So you got yes or no. It's going to give it a little bit of a half grey paint job. Then you got your front loader attacher. So you got your quickie, your Harrow, and then nothing. Yeah, one for the Massey Ferguson fans. Well, next up is the Claas AXION 870-800. This is by Giant Software, 28.59 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under medium tractors. Now, it's got a 205 horsepower engine, 31 mile an hour top speed, and 185 gram price tag. You can then change the engine output up to 215 horsepower, 235, 264, 295, and then back to 205. So 295 is your top one. 45 grand for that engine upgrade. But all right, fair enough. Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, Mitas, BKT, Väderstad, Nokian, and then back to Trelleborg on your tyres. And we've got twins all round again. All three of these tractors just basically seem to be the same thing. All right, no problem. You then got the option of design EU or US. You got your warning signs or your indicator stalks. I mean, honestly, you go for whichever one you want, but I'd say they're pretty much all the same, especially in the medium tractor category, but okay. Well, next up is the Grimme Rexor 6300. This is by Giant Software, 65.84 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under beet harvesters. Now, it's going to do your red beet, and it's going to do your sugar beet, because let's face it, they're both the same thing anyway. So it's got a 653 horsepower engine, 24 mile an hour top speed, 45,000 litre capacity on the back, and a 2.8 metre working width, and a 6 mile an hour working speed. 2.8 metre working width. I mean, come on. We just need the Colossus Harvester Pack, let's face it. You do have the option of Trelleborg, Continental, Mitas, BKT, Väderstad, Michelin, and then back to Trelleborg. Now, Michelin is the only one that's got the option of wide tyres. All right, fair enough. I mean, it is quite pricey. I mean, it's 740 grand, all bar a bit of change. But, all right, fair enough. I mean, you've got a load of sugar beet or red beet on the go. Yeah, get one of these. And the last one for the day is the Husqvarna FE 501. This is by Strautmann Modding, 11.55 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under cars and bikes. Yes, we got a little bit of a motorbike. Oh, very nice. 51 horsepower engine, 80 mile an hour. That's some fast jumps you can be able to do on this. 10.5 grand to buy. And you do have the option of original with lights. You can have the enduro mode, or you can have it with a number on the front from 0, and it goes all the way up to number 9. Fair enough. You then got the option of side sticker, yes or no. So that's a bit on there by the fuel tank. Chassis colour, we'll go with red. Does the chassis? Oh, that's not bad. Bit of red powder coating on the chassis. Side plastics is obviously going to be the side plastics. You then got your suspension plastics. We'll go with a blue. Does those bits? Hand protectors. We'll go with one of these. There you are. Does those bits? Your front plate. We'll go with that. We'll go with the pink. Why not? Your seat is obviously going to be your seat, and then you got your fender is obviously going to be. We'll go for green. Your fender. No problem. And then to finish it off, we've got rim colours as well. So you just go for whichever one you want. I'm not quite sure. I think someone's driven into like a paint factory with that, and it's just come out looking like that. None of that goes together, but fair enough. Now, Oh, this is ace. I mean, to be fair, we have got the old Aprilia in the game. I did sort of handle a little bit weirdly, but this one seems to be alright. I mean, we do have the option of LB and right stick backwards and forwards. I mean, that's supposed to do a little bit of a jump, but yeah, I'm not seeing anything going on with that. But you can do jumps on this. This is ace. Look at that. Oh, that was awesome. That's a little dirt bike to finish the day off. Oh, why not? Here we are. One last jump. We've also got a new map. So we've got Frankenmuth Farming Map by Taylor Farms. 316.1 megabyte on the download. I've got a few updates as well. So we've got the Lizard KM 180 4x4x1 by JMZ. We've got the Sledge by JMZ. The Open Garage by Mafokri. And the Modernised Flour Mill by AW Modding ABP team.